Hi everybody, so in this video we will go through how to install WinApps in Arch Linux and also the i3-gaps window manager. So it has been a long silence since the previous video. Have been busy with work and study, so everyone please stay safe, stay healthy. So WinApps is basically I came across to this software from the second link shown here in a Reddit post, and then of course the first link is the GitHub link for this WinApps, and we will basically go to the apps here, and you can see that it is trying to demonstrate that we can actually launch this Microsoft or Windows application such as like a native apps in Linux. Okay, so this is a slightly larger GIF file that you can actually see it from the Reddit post here. Okay, so this post, and you can see that the PowerPoint is being shown here. Of course, it is not restricted to just the PowerPoint or Office application. It can be some other application as mentioned in the GitHub page here, like Adobe and so on. Right, so in this video we will go through how to set up this Windows virtual machine and also this WinApps, and lastly we will demonstrate this Office application here. So in this video we will use Arch Linux and i3-gaps. So in the next video we will be using this Wayland tiling window manager, sudo-wm, and to see what it will be, what will happen to the pop-up dialog and so on, for like for example Excel pop-up dialog. So it will behave slightly differently, and one of the sort of like a small trick to deal with that. Okay, so let's focus on installing the required software, or it may not be all required, but that is what I used previously. So we install this software here, and then we enable the services, start the services, and then start the net start. Okay, let's go through this together. So I will put in this command in the description later, and you will see from the description you can copy and paste. Okay, let's look at this the commands. Okay, so first thing, we install the required software for the virtual machine. Of course, I have already installed this one previously, so I will just quit this command. Okay, now the next step is that basically we need to let's say if we start the virtual machine now, so I have two. One is the VirtualBox, one is this one. So basically most of the times I'm using VirtualBox, and I'm using this one as an illustration because I think this WinApps is actually interesting development, and also would like to share this interesting software to everyone. Okay, so if we start this virtual machine manager, you will see that if you want to try to create a new virtual machine, you see this error. That is fine, so you just need to like you can cancel or you close it, and then this is basically because we have not enabled the library of this virtual machine service. Okay, so we will have to enable it. Enable, right? So enable the service, and then of course start the service, right? So okay, so enable start the service, then let's move to this part here, and then you can see that now we have the same thing here, but it looks okay now. Okay, so at this point, of course, it's just an illustration. I will just close this again, and then I will just run one more command here, net start default. Okay, so we will have to start the networks, the default network first, otherwise you will see that NAT network is inactive later. Okay, so over here we are still under this sudo. Of course you may, if for those, if you have not used KVM before, you may want to you may need to do something like this perhaps, so to add the KVM and also lift virt to the user. Okay, So you may want to run these two commands. Okay, so now let's look at how do we create a virtual machine in this it's the same page actually. So let me back here and then just focus on this one. Right, so now we start this virtual machine manager, and then we start a new one. Okay, so focus on we will be going through the same steps here. So local installation, and then you browse to the image that you have. So over here I have like the folder with the Windows installation, and so Office installation later on. Then of course untick this one if it cannot detect Win 10, right? So then go next and then forward, and then of course we can follow the steps here. It would be the same. Okay, so the name here you may want to change it to RDP Windows. Okay, so as per indicated here. Okay, so you want to change it to RDP Windows, and also take the customized configuration before install. Network selection, you can see that it is virtual network default NAT. So if we have not run this code previously, okay, not here, this one, just now we ran this code, right? So if you have not run this code, then you will see that this part is inactive. Okay, so now if this is okay, click finish, and then we can just tweak a little bit. So we just move to the right hand side later, and then change to the CPU, and then of course you get this XML part, right? So go to the CPU XML, and then you can basically go to the clock. So it's a bit small here, but you basically just follow the one indicated in the page, and then you can just replace the clock command here. Okay, so I just like to make this thing align. Okay, right, so now you can the next one will be, okay, it's the same thing. Then the next one will be you can change the current allocation to 1024 is the recommended one, so memory, and then click yes to apply them. Okay, and then go to here, and then I just want to change this one to 1024. So we follow the suggested setting. Okay, and then what is the boot option? And then of course click yes again. Start virtual machine on host boot up, and then it's the same thing, right? So go to the SATA this one, and then click yes. Okay, and then you want to change this to virtual IO, right? And what is the next one? NIC, and then change it to virtual IO as well. So NIC, and then change this to virtual IO, right? Okay, so add hardware. The next one is to add hardware, and then go to this storage, and then you want to add the CD-ROM. Okay, so change this to CD-ROM, and then you want to link it to the ISO file that you have earlier, right? So you have to download one ISO file. So choose the that you downloaded earlier. So it's actually on put it here, right? So you can download from here this KVM this one, okay, for all these strokes. So you can download this part, and then can then later link it to here. Okay, so we have not, or we forgot to mention this thing. So you download this link, and then you can actually manage and then link it to here. Okay, so once you have downloaded the file, so we can actually link it to here, and then of course we browse to the download part, and then we just get to this virtual IO wins ISO file. Okay, right, so once we have linked it to here, and then the next one is again just to click finish, and then it is good to start the installation. Okay, so we will click installation, and then we will click OK now. Okay, so click yes. Okay, so you will see this part here, and then we just click the load driver. So we just follow exactly the same process. Okay, so we choose this Windows 10. Okay, just like this one, and then click next. Okay, so everything will be the same now, and then just continue until we have fully set up this Windows installation. Okay, so we just click next, and then we will just wait for the installation. Okay, so now we have completed the installation of Windows, and then we will basically go to the next few steps. So we will have to run this the first exe file, and then the second one, the guest tool, is not compulsory, but I will just install this one. Then we merge the registry, and then rename the PC, enable remote desktop, and then the last step to install Office, so that we can test on the result. Okay, so the exact detailed steps is actually in the page here, in the GitHub page. You can follow exactly the same as the GitHub page, so you can fast forward this part, the installation, and then you can also follow the GitHub page on this setup. Okay, so now let's go through this together, and then of course we will have to double click on this one, and then go to the last one, find the 64 x64, right? So the third last, and then just install this one. Okay, okay, right. So once we have installed this one, of course the next one is just to download the registry, or if needed, then you need to download the if you want, you can download these guest tool, right? So you can go to the same page, same GitHub page, in order to get the link. Okay, so we will just quickly go through this one, and then click finish here, and then this is the installation, right? Okay, so near to the end, so the guest tool, we can install the guest tool, and then click run, let's say, and then we will have to add the registry as well, so we will basically need to download the registry. Okay, so let's make it to larger. Okay, click yes, and then this is to install the guest tool, and then the next one is just to scroll up, and then from here, right? So right, so right click, save target as, so you can right click and then save target as. Okay, and then click save. So this one, click install, we can open the folder, and then I think after this should be fine, so we can close all the tabs here. Okay, right, so while waiting for this to install, then of course we can go to the page here. You can see that the page actually show a very detailed installation, and also the setup steps. So you should always check with the page on what are the steps that is needed. Okay, so over here I'm just showing the some of the focus on the more important one only. Okay, right, so that we have a bit slightly bigger. So right click, and then we can click merge to merge this registry. Okay, then click OK. Sure to continue successfully. Okay, right, so now we go to the next one, is to about, and then just to rename the PC, right? So rename the PC to RDP Windows as well. Okay, again rename this one. After that, you will have to enable the remote. We will restart later, and then click at the remote desktop, and then enable it, and then confirm. Okay, right, so these are the steps illustrated here.